Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing so lovely today. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Ty and welcome. If you want to see how I got this face and my thoughts on all the products that I was trying out and testing out today, then just keep watching. To start, we'll be using this Face Candy Milkshake Matte Eyeshadow Collection. Okay, this is a matte eyeshadow palette, comes with 12 shades, and this is a dupe for the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette. Now, this is only $12, whereas the Too Faced one is $45. So, you take your pick. I will say if you have the It's My Ray Ray palette, the color story is extremely similar, so you may not want both if you already have that one in your collection. I already primed my eyes with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in Caramel, and I'm going to go ahead and set my entire lid with that color Peanut Butter. I really like the light shades in this palette because they actually show up on my complexion. They don't come across chalky or patchy in my opinion. And as a transition, I'm going to be using that color Caramel, and this is the perfect transition color. If you're familiar with, like, you know, Sienna from Anastasia Beverly Hills, you know, that sort of nice warm brown color as a transition, this is perfect for it. Going in with that pinky color Cherry on top just to brighten up that transition area. These shadows are very pretty in my opinion. You do get a lot of kickback with this palette, okay? So you have to be sure to kick off that excess on your brush before applying it to your lid, or else you are going to have a ton of fallout. So once I realized that, I didn't see as much fallout. Going in with this color Black Raspberry to deepen up my crease. This is the only color in the palette that is not actually matte. It does have some glitter flecks in it, but I don't think it translates very well onto the lid as far as, you know, seeing the glitter. You don't see the glitter when you put it on your lid, so that's a good thing. But I did want to let you know that this is not an all matte shadow palette according to what it says. There is some glitter, but you know, you can't really see too much of it, so it's not that big of a deal. Going in with that deep color Very Berry, and this is when things start to get a little bit interesting. So the darker shades in this palette I think are not the best. So Very Berry is like a purpley plum dark brown, and all of the dark shades in this palette have to be built up. They're not very pigmented on their own, and you know, if you're looking for that pack a punch with your shadows, you're not going to find it with these dark shades. But again, $12, I think it's worth it. Brownie Batter is this nice chocolatey brown color in the palette, and I think this is the most problematic shadow in this palette because this one has tended to skip and kind of be patchy. It's the most difficult to work with. It's not very pigmented, so you definitely have to take your time to build it up, to blend it out, and just take it piece by piece versus trying to pack a lot of it on your lid at one time, or else it's just going to create a muddy mess. So that kind of sucks, but again, I don't think it's that big of a deal as long as you take your time working with it. I did cut my crease with that NARS concealer, and I'm going to top it with the color Butterscotch. I love the peachy shades in this palette because again, they actually show up on my skin tone. So they don't look chalky, they don't look patchy, they go on very opaque. I think they're pigmented. I've seen people say that this is like the worst palette in the world on their YouTube videos, and I don't find that to be true. I think that this is a great palette. I think it's a great dupe. If you Google swatches of this palette compared to the $45, you know, Just Peachy Match palette, I guarantee you'll be very surprised because they look so similar. Like, what? It's just crazy to me. So as long as you know, get rid of the excess off your brush and take your time and go step by step, I think this is a great palette. This is a great palette for work. You know, this is what I actually go to for, you know, most of my days. I think it's very good if you know, need an all matte palette. This is a good one. Now I'm just taking a makeup wipe and I'm cleaning up under my winged liner there. This is a trick I've been using because I tend to blow out my shadows and then go back and clean up afterwards for that nice crisp edge. Going here, just being a little bit bougie with my fan, making sure my eyeliner is nice and dry because I'm going to go in with the darkest color in the palette, which is Double Fudge, and I'm going to deepen up that crease even more. Again, this shadow tends to be a little bit muddy. It's more of like a dark charcoal brown versus a nice rich cool brown. Now these lashes though, got these from Marshalls for $7.99. These are the Glam Wispies and they are bomb. Can we talk about how flirty these look? I love how these make my eyes look. They're longer than I normally go for, but they just look so romantic and flirty, and this was a steal. Now for complexion, we are working with the Fenty Foundation Aftermath. So I have a lot of breakouts right now, and I'm really hoping this foundation can cover up these blemishes. I just put some Maybelline Baby Skin on my face to prime, and this is the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. It is 1.6 ounces for $36. So you get a lot for your money. I got this in the color Mocha. And actually the shade range sucks. There's only 12 shades and I am the second to last deepest shade. You can see how much you get in one pump. I did have to use about maybe 4 in that little piece, so 4.5 pumps to cover my entire face. And it's very creamy. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's not runny or watery. And I do think the shade is decent, but the undertone is a little bit off. It's a little bit more neutral than I would like. I'm a little bit more golden, so that does kind of suck, but I think it still looks good. My favorite thing with this foundation is that it is very buildable. So it gives you a beautiful matte finish. It smells amazing because it's infused with peach and sweet fig cream. And I like to buff it in with my e.l.f. blending brush, and I just buff it into my skin, and it's perfect because if you need light coverage, you can have it light coverage. If you need full coverage like I do on this particular day because I'm having a lot of breakouts, you can build it up. And tell me this finish is not beautiful, y'all. This finish is gorgeous. You can see how creamy it looks, but it dries down to a nice comfort matte finish. Like, that is a perfect description of this foundation. And it looks absolutely beautiful. So definitely a great everyday foundation, perfect for my girls that either want, you know, light coverage all the way up to full coverage, because you can build this bad boy up and it looks beautiful. It's long lasting. I think this is actually one of my favorite high-end foundations because it's perfect, and I think it's very versatile and a lot of people would enjoy using it. It leaves your skin looking great. It blurs everything it needs to blur. Like I said, I wish the color match was a little bit different, but the color up above that honey definitely isn't the right undertone. So let's get into this concealer. This is the Collab No Flaws Liquid Concealer, and honey, what? Since Tarte is canceled right now after their most recent foundation debacle, I'm hesitant to use my Shape Tape, so I decided to check this one out. I have it in the color Mocha. You can get this from Sally Beauty Supply. It is $12.99, so it's a little bit more expensive than typical drugstore, but it's bomb. I really like this applicator. It's similar to that ColourPop applicator where it's very flexible, but it's a little bit longer and skinnier, so you can really get in there with precision with wherever you're placing your concealer. And can we just talk about this coverage? Like, I have not color corrected, and this is just beautiful. Like, the coverage is nice. I do wish the shade was a little bit lighter, but I'm impressed. It does come in 6 shades. I might get the one above this one. I believe this is the darkest shade. I'm not sure. But I went ahead and popped on my L'Oreal Pro Glow in Crème Café just because I wanted to brighten up the look. And those two together, honey, is a beautiful combination. It blends out nicely. It's like a nice, you know, healthy look under my eyes. It stays put, but it's not too drying. Like, yes. Let's get into this Peach Perfect mattifying loose setting powder. This is $32. You get 35 grams. It does come with this hinge door situation. Now this powder is like a peachy color. I tend to go towards, you know, banana powders, but I wanted to check this one out because everyone was talking about it. I don't really like that it has that hinge door thing because I like to dunk my beauty blender into my, you know, cup, not necessarily have to pour it out. But I went ahead and I tried this side with baking for you guys, just so you can see the difference. I don't prefer to do it that way. I like to use a setting brush with this powder just because it is too light, and I think that baking just, I don't know, I don't like how it looks baking. So I go in with my setting brush here, and I really like to dust it on. This powder will leave your skin looking like, man, just really soft. It blurs things out. It makes it look like a baby doll's face, baby doll's booty. Like, it just looks very pretty. It smells amazing, and it has no flashback, which is wonderful. And yeah, this stuff actually tastes good. I know you're not supposed to eat it, but it tastes good. Like, you can taste the sweetness on your face, and it lasts all day. I think it's a great powder. I think it definitely keeps the oils away throughout the day. So overall, I'm loving this Peach Perfect powder. I think you should check it out. Setting the rest of my face with my Sephora Microsmooth, I'm using Mahogany all over, and then Deep Ebony in my, you know, bronzy areas. This is nothing new. You guys know I love this Sephora Microsmooth. If you like the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, you're gonna love that. Let's get into this highlight though. This is the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighter, and I got it in the color Dazzling Bronze. Lancome did send this to me to try out, and I'm glad they did. The swatch online makes it look so much darker than it actually is. This color, Dazzling Bronze, is perfect. If you are my complexion, you will love it. I have been using it this way, where I take my damp Morphe sponge and I just tap it onto my face, and it gives me the perfect sheen and glow. They got this color down right. If you are my complexion, you'll love it, because it's not too gold, but it's not too bronze. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, this is a very unique shade. It's perfect if you don't want to wear any makeup and you just want to pop a highlight on to give your skin some glow. It's going to look like your skin is glowing from within, right? There's no glitter in it. It just is a nice sheen. Now, this is a little bit pricey. This is my most expensive highlighter at $40. I think it's well worth it. There are other shades. There's like a peach shade, there's a rose gold shade, there's champagne shades. So there's something for everyone's complexion, and I love it. I popped it on my inner corner as well as my brow bone highlight. Popping on Maxx Sweet as Cocoa. This is a sheer tone shimmer blush. Now, this is perfect for days that you don't really want to wear a ton of blush on your cheeks, but you want something there. It's very natural. I know this is a fan favorite for people of color. I'm just kind of slowly getting on the bandwagon. I didn't realize how good this actually is, but it's just a perfect everyday, simple wash of color mauve blush. So that's what I've been enjoying using. And this lip gloss, I found this at Walgreens for $3.99. This is the Black Radiance Brilliant Effects Lip Gloss in the color Lovesick, and y'all, the reflex, it has brown, it has pink, it has peach, it has gold. It is beautiful. Like, I'm just so surprised at how pretty this is for how inexpensive it is. Like, only $3.99. And this little brush makes it very easy to apply. It's one of those little brushy things. Going in with my lip liner, this is LA Girl Ultimate Lip Intense Stay Auto Liner in the color Keep It Spicy. This has been my jam lately. These liners are so creamy, and this is a perfect nude color. I just love it to use as a base to any lip gloss that I'm putting on. But look how pretty this is. Now, I will say this lip gloss is a little bit sticky, but still very comfortable to wear. So I do like the formula of it. They have other colors, but I guess everyone knows about them because this was the only one left in stock. Setting my face with this Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And y'all, if you haven't used an aerosol mist to set your face yet, then you're missing out. It's one of those things you don't realize how good it is until you actually try it, and this stuff is bomb. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I have been loving all of the new products I've been trying. All the info will be listed in the down bar below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.